OK, here we go. Our first topic, please. OK, subject is politics. What's coming of that? Josh.
Hello. You may have noticed already from my performance on the show, but I'm not a political comedian. Not a political person at all. My friend said to me recently, Josh, what would you do if you were Prime Minister for the day? I was like, Prime Minister for the day? Probably not a lot. Not much I can do in a day is I probably get there, get my login sorted for the computer, have lunch, last day maybe get an early finish if I can. I do love the first day in a new job, though. It's one of my favourite days. My advice, if you're starting a new job, day one, have a question ready to go, because they're always going to say, you got any questions? My question, always, day one, what's the whistleblowing policy? Just get them on the back foot. You're not messing about. I'm not going to have a go at any politicians, but all I'll say is that some things recently have been mishandled by certain individuals. So I'm going to say, certain individuals. I love it when people use that phrase. Certain individuals. It's never anything good, is it, when that's used? Never anything positive, certain individuals. It's never, oh, thanks to certain individuals, we've raised £10,000 for cancer research. It's never that, is it? It's always, oh, due to the actions of certain individuals, this laser quest will no longer be serving alcohol. I've looked into some stuff, and I've got to tell you, Putin, not my cup of tea. I don't like that guy's vibe at all. I'm going to use the word toxic, OK? We've got to stop him. I saw a graphic recently. It showed a map of the UK, and it showed that if Putin dropped a bomb on London, that the blast would reach up as far as the Midlands, where I live. And I saw that, and I was like, we've got to do something. Because I am not taking in Cockney refugees. So I've got a spare room. If your Ukrainian family need it, you're welcome to it. I'm not having some prick from Shoreditch moving in with me. Tell me I'm making coffee wrong. I'm not having it. Grown men skateboarding across the border. It stops now. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. I could never be in the army. I'd be rubbish in the army. Couldn't even be in the army reserves, whatever they do. Army reserves, I think they fight against the smaller nations midweek. I think that's what they do.
Well done, Josh Hughes. That leaves with Alistair. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. The topic is growing up.
Sea levels have been rising for my entire life. But for the first 16 years, I was getting taller, so I didn't notice. It seemed a similar distance away. My first job was working by the sea. I worked on a pier on a ride called The Ride of Your Life. And we called it that because every year someone died. And that was just the price of fun in those days. Every year someone will be wounded or flung into the surf. It's like, what do you want us to do? Close the ride? It's a large piece of machinery that spins human beings around and around and around, operated and maintained by bored teenagers. Every so often someone's going to whiz off. To be fair, it was mostly older people on the pier, and old ladies really like me. Like, a lot. Like, you know those early Beatles films where they're being chased through the streets by teenage girls? Well, it's those girls' mums now. That's my demographic, and it's the hair that attracts them, I think. They approach me, they always say the same thing. They go, oh, wasted on a boy. And they follow up with a question, do you mind if I ask? Is it natural? And I say, no, I was cursed by a travelling peddler. To wander the earth, never knowing rest, for 500 years. And they hate that.
Thank you very much, Alistair. Very good. At the end of that round, the points go to Josh Hughes. Well done. Come on back. First subject is class. Who was giving that? Ed Byrne.
So I didn't grow up particularly middle class. I've ascended into the middle classes now, but I don't really feel like I belong. I feel like I'm just sort of observing and reporting what middle class people do, like hanging up wooden letters above your oven, spelling out the word bake. What's happened to you people? What has happened to you that you suddenly need all these ornate wooden Post-it notes in every room in your house, remind you how to use each room in your house? You go to a middle-class house now, every room you go into is like going into an escape room. You know, what are we doing here? I don't know, check the cushions. Oh, apparently we should live our best life. Look for more clues. Seriously, we rented a cottage a few summers ago, and every room you went into, you go into the kitchen, and one wall's got cook, and the other wall's got eat. Thanks for the tips, lads. Glad I read those in the right order. You go into the living room, and one wall's got chill, and the other wall's got relax. You go into the bedroom, above the bed, it's got love. Oh, my God, I'm gonna... Just wandering around this cottage going, was this place decorated by the dude from Memento? Seriously. So, you know, last day of that holiday, I went to the craft shop. Bought myself some letters. They can't withhold your deposit because you added decorations to a property. That's not a rule. Went in that bathroom, just put shit above the toilet. Tasteful wooden letters, little white lights, Times New Roman. Into the shower enclosure with me stencil kiss just to go cheeky wank. It's gotta be done. Small victory, isn't it? Cheers.
Thank you very much, everyone. That leaves us with Milton. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. The topic is anger. OK, Milton.
Again? People are angry. I'm angry, you're angry, Ed's angry about letters. The railway workers are angry. I saw them demonstrating in the street the other day. I went out, took them some ice cubes as their placards demanded. Turns out they wanted justice. Do you ever have a conversation with someone and towards the end they say, well, I'll let you go? And you think, yeah, thanks. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're trying to make me think that you think that I've got better things to do. But in reality, you're saying that you've got better things to do. Well, next time someone says to you, I'll let you go, say, no. Shut the door. If they make someone dive for the window, grab them by their ankles. And as they're dangling 4 stories above the car park, scream, this has all been a terrible mistake. Say, OK, I'll let you go. The AA, the RAC, don't get me started. My own particular bugbear is a cross between an insect and a mammal. To be honest, because people say that as well, don't they? And you think, what do you mean, to be honest? You mean everything you've been saying so far hasn't been honest? Well, how can we trust what you're going to say now? Anyway, you've been a great audience. But to be honest, I'll let you go.
Thank you very much. Points there to Milton Jones. Our first topic, please, let's spin the wheel. First topic is technology. Angela.
I embrace new technology. I do. I think it's brilliant. I'm really proud of the way we've all taken on new technology in the last 2 years. Who 3 years ago knew what Zoom was? None of us did we? A couple of weeks ago, I had to do an online speed awareness course. You should be doing that on something called Zoom, but that's the world we live in now. You know? And I appreciate it. I do, because I think you get to an age, you do, where you start to get a bit scared of new technology. It's happened to me. I'm 45. All right, I gave you a moment for a gasp of surprise. Fuck you all. And I've started getting scared of it. I noticed it about 3 years ago. I bought a tumble dryer, right? Now, that's not the thing that scared me. But when it was delivered to my house, I saw this tumble dryer was Wi-Fi enabled. And 3 years on, I've got no idea why. Why does a tumble dryer need Wi-Fi? Is drying clothes boring? Does it want to watch Netflix? I've got no idea. All it's done is make me paranoid that the Russians are going to hack it, and I think they already have, because the other day I took my laundry out and all the little socks were inside one big one. So, you know. But I think, no, I'm not going to be scared of new technology. It is brilliant. I've got a phone that can recognise my face. That already makes it better than my nan. Come on. I blame Hollywood. I do. For decades, Hollywood has told us, haven't they? Be afraid of new technology. The robots are coming. It's the rise of the robots. They're going to wipe out humanity. Be afraid of AI. I'm not scared of robots. You shouldn't be scared of robots. And I'll tell you why. Because they haven't even worked out how to tick a box that says, I am not a robot. Brilliant. Where are they?
Thank you very much, Angela. That leaves us with Glenn. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. And it's relationships.
Not what I think when I think relationships. I proposed to my girlfriend a few months ago, and so she's going to keep her surname, mainly because she rejected my proposal. And I think... Yeah, look, we broke up over it. It was horrible, because it's horrible when you live with someone, you break up, one of you's got to move out, suddenly you've got this whole empty bed to yourself. You look at the side of the bed you both used to share, their half's permanently empty. Even to this day, I still stare at that top bunk and I miss her. And you might be thinking to yourself, oh, sleeping in bunk beds as a couple, that's the least cool thing you can do. Incorrect. It is the coolest thing you can ever get to do with your life. You get to have sex with someone, then depart via a ladder. Yes, please. We went on a date. I was so nervous because there's so many things you've got to worry about. How was I going to dress to impress her? What was I going to wear, you know? Do I wear my glasses? Do I wear my contact lenses? You know, do I compromise? One contact lens and a monocle. Done it before. I got so excited before the date. I bought stuff to wear for the date, and I got so excited when I bought the stuff, I wore it out the shop. I have never done that before in my life. I know, and you get weird looks when you do it. Why? I've bought those things. They belong to me. They're my condoms. I can do whatever I want, OK? We had a wonderful time together, wonderful date. You know, we're having that fun, free-flowing first date conversation, asking each other the usual questions. Where was your first kiss? Who's your big celebrity crush? Which three of these images contains a fire hydrant? Good security questions. And eventually it became quite apparent that the date was going to go one step further, and I was terrified about that. Not because I wasn't ready to have sex. You know, I was thinking, of course I'm ready to have sex. You know, that prophylactic's been on since I left Matalan. But I think... ruin the date. Not to sort of do myself down sexually, but I've always sort of worried that sex with me is a lot like Radio 4 comedy, you know, and that it's sort of grossly unappealing to anyone remotely my age. And just a minute. But look, we had a great time. I'm not going to go into details of it. We slept together. We did a favourite position, her on top, and me on top. It's how bunk beds work.
Thank you very much, Dan. Very good. At the end of that round, the boys go to Angela Barnes. Go and sit down. Okay. Our first topic, please. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is ageing. Sean.
Yeah, well, I'm worried about ageing, of course. I'm 34, so I'm really in the business end of my mid-20s. My wife's actually turning 30 soon. She's really struggling with it. She keeps saying things like, I can't be 30, I don't feel like a grown-up. And I'm like, that's not how life works, babe. You know, just because you don't feel like something doesn't mean you're not something. You know, I don't feel like a tax avoider. It doesn't change what I am. The truth is, I'm in my 30s, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. The happiest I've ever... Not because my life's improved in any way, shape or form. I've just finally lowered my ambitions enough that they fit there. I mean, you think this is what I wanted to be when I was a kid? You think this is what I wanted to look like? Roald Dahl character on a come-down. You think this is what I wanted to be? Lionel Messi's crackhead nephew. I hate my life. I thought I was a genius. All through my teens and 20s, I thought I was a genius, despite all evidence to the contrary. I thought I was a great mind, despite being described by one of my university professors as, and I quote, the worst student I have ever encountered in life or fiction. Right, fiction. But it slips away, youth. Slips away. We have it and it goes. No one knows where it goes. 1 minute you're 19, you're smoking spliffs in your bedroom, you're saying things like, Kings of Leon can change the world. Before you know it, you're 34. Man from EDF Energy's knocking at your door. You're pretending you're Spanish. You don't have to give a meter reader. It goes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sean. OK, that leaves us with Glenn. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is drinking.
When I drink, I go by the usual drinking rules. You know, sort of like beer before wine, makes you feel fine. Absinthe before whiskey, please call me an ambulance. The usual. I never really thought I drank that much until one day my girlfriend felt the need to ask me if I was over the drink-drive limit. And I was like, you know, OK, do you know what? If we are counting one shot of whiskey as over the drink-drive limit, then fine, OK? Right, I'm 11 times over the drink-drive limit. And she got angry at me, told me off. She called me immature. That is what stuck with me most. She called me immature. Day of my dog's birthday party. Immature. Our whole relationship was based on alcohol. The first date we ever went on, it was fueled by drink. Tipsiest date I've ever been on. She was flirting with me in the most tipsy, flirtatious way. She did something called the cherry stem trick. She was eating from this bowl of cherries on the first date, got a cherry stem, put it into her mouth, tied it into a knot with her tongue. It's got very sexual connotations. Then she took things one step further. She put a whole Kinder Egg in her mouth, pulled out a fully assembled toy. I'm trying to go the whole year without alcohol as a fun challenge, and now I'm trying to, like, jazz up sober life in any way I can. Like, now, for instance, when I have tea in the mornings, I have black tea, and I have milk in a separate shot glass, and I put the shot glass of milk inside the tea and knock it over like a Jaeger bomb. It's the only way I can enjoy it. You know, my parents tried to cheer me up, took me to Alton Towers to try and cheer me up. I was still miserable there. We had such a miserable time at Alton Towers that after we'd been on the log flume, we bought a photo of a different family's ride. Thank you.
Well done, very good. At the end of that round, points go to Sean McLaughlin. I'll do that. OK.
Right, OK, what do I do?
You read all the way through there.
OK. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch the Wheel of News, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. And the winner is whoever I think is the funniest. OK, here we go. Spin the wheels. So the first subject is parties. Who wants to have a go about that?
I'll do it. I get invited to a lot of parties, usually as a waiter. The parties have changed as I've got older, you know. Recently, I had to go to a murder mystery party because it's not enough to go to a dinner party anymore and just wish you were dead. It's always the same, the way you get invited to this stuff. It's always, come round to my house, I'm having a dinner party, yeah. It's not always hosted by Tom Allen, but quite often. Come along! I'm having a dinner party, that's right. But not just any dinner party, a dinner party set in 1956. Oh, there's a dress code, and the dress code is inconvenient. You've all got to be in character all night. That's how a murder mystery works. You're all in character all night, right? And the characters of this thing are impossibly international. Right, the representation on display is... I went to this one, there was, like, a Swiss diplomat character, there was a German scientist, a British naval officer. One of the characters was Chinese. None of the guests were Chinese. That's a real test of acting range and moral acceptability. As Sharon from St. Albans attempts to spend her evening as Emperor Yang. I mean, she nailed it, but it was not OK. I got my character. My character was needlessly French. His name was Jacques Philippe. And Jacques Philippe was a struggling French journalist in need of a big story to save his career, right? But I was mingling. I was in character. I was like, OK, I'll go around. I'll be Jacques Philippe. I was there like, bonjour, bonjour, je m'appelle Jacques Philippe. Je suis un struggling French journaliste in need of a grand story to save ma career. Because a French GCSE will only get you so far. As soon as I saw his name, I was like, oh, I hope this guy likes going swimming with his dad, or I'm screwed.
OK,
that leaves us with Dara, so let's see what your topic is. Spin the wheel, please. OK. Your topic is job loss?
Yeah. Let's spin it again.
OK, let's spin it again.
Spin it again. Is that an option?
Yeah, it's always been an option.
Yeah.
Did you not know that? You don't have to take the first
I
pick.
just had to improvise a Tom Allen impression.
No, you can always go for another topic. Let's get something completely different.
OK.
Yeah, let's go for another.
Let's spin the wheel again. This is, I think on here, it's seeking new employment. Is that all right?
Just one more. Just go for one more, and we'll see if it's something that's more...
Leave it with me.
OK.
We'll spin it once more. Slightly incomprehensible, but this is retirement.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I'm not ready to be retired, for many reasons, not least because I am no use around the house. The one thing I've insisted on the house is that, like, I'd like the house to be quite automated, and I have done that, like with Alexa, for example. Got Alexa to the house, not because I felt it would automate the house, but also because I felt it'd kind of be sexy. It'd kind of be a cool thing to do. You'd arrive home after an evening out with your lady, and Alexa would be there, and you'd go, Alexa, play some Prince. And then the sweet, funky music would start, and it would all be a lovely mood. Like, but obviously, the limitations of my accent and voice recognition are as you go, Alexa, play some Prince, and Alexa will go, printing documents now. And then you have to bang to the incessant rhythm of the printer. And that is incredibly difficult to maintain. Jesus, those things are relentless. I'm not a young man anymore, but I can do 3 minutes of that speed tops before I'm praying for a paper jam or any kind of cartridge problem, right? But I did put all this. There's an app you can put all the stuff on your phone onto. The lighting, all this kind of stuff, like whatever. All that kind of stuff, like whatever. Never necessarily that smart, like whatever. The lighting, for example, wasn't a great idea because I'd often be woken very middle of the night. I'd be going, oh, the lights, whoa, what are the lights doing on? And then I realised that my wife, on the train to work at 7 a.m., had simply taken out her phone and gone, time you got up, bang. So, this is escalating. Onto the same app, I've now put heating and air conditioning. So at will, I can plunge individual rooms into cold and dark, and then use Spotify to play children singing nursery rhymes. I did this while I was away on tour one day, and then I rang my wife to see if she enjoyed my little joke. And she said, you seem to have forgotten that I was on call tonight. I'm actually at work. But I just had a text from the babysitter, and she's shitting herself.
At the end of that round, I'm going to give all the points to Dara, because then at the end of the game, he's going to give all the points to me.
That's it! Very good.